key issue for Freshly Squeezed is to address the issue of funding. At this moment in time, they are currently in the transitional phase of moving from public to private funding, with the availability of funds at the moment not being high. There are many possible ways of moving from public to private funding. The key to be successful with this is to have enough transitional funding to get you through the overall process. We have outlined two possible ways that could potentially aid Freshly Squeezed in securing their financial future.
In order for Freshly Squeezed to survive the transitional period between becoming a paid service instead of a free one, an angel investor could be the perfect solution to providing them vital capital whilst they gradually acquire paid customers. Freshly Squeezed would be perfect for an angel investor as they have a proven track record and show great potential. Although an angel investor would typically want 20 to 25% return on their investment, the exchange for their knowledge and expertise in the field, along with any contacts they could provide, would be extremely beneficial. Freshly Squeezed has also proven market validation, as they crowdfunded and raised a significant amount of money, which in turn will make it easier for them to get investment. Female angel investors are on the rise. About 20% of angel investors are now females, and has been shown to increase investment in female-led startups, which makes this option for Freshly Squeezed even more attractive. Sites like AngelList.com provide a good platform for businesses to get recognised and meet new angel investors. Another source of capital that Freshly Squeezed could look into is a bank loan. The advantage to taking this source of finance is the low fixed interest rates on the loan that are usually over a lengthy period of time. In addition, compared to angel investors, there is no profit sharing, which could mean more profits in the long term for Freshly Squeezed. Another advantage is that bank loans offer tax exemptions to small businesses, so it could prove worthwhile looking into what money could be saved.
So for any organisation, it's important that they have financial security for the future, and while having angel investors or a bank loan is going to see you across the transitional phase, we need to make sure that we're going to be profitable over a longer period of time. And for Freshly Squeezed, the key way of doing this is by beginning to charge for their product. Now, naturally, you can't begin to charge a high profit margin straight away, so you need to start off lower, maybe even at a loss, just to build up contacts and a good reputation in the industry. So as this increases, you can begin to charge more and break even, and then break into a profit. So in the long run, you're going to be making more money than you are at the start. It's important to put a time scale on this so that you can achieve your goals and you know that you're succeeding. So we're going to say for around a year, we'd be looking to break even or even secure a small profit in that year. Now, of course, this isn't going to be easy. Change doesn't just happen overnight. So we're going to be looking to charge more and more and just build up the rapport with our consumers and our customers. This is going to come from learning from our mistakes, and we're not going to win every event that we pitch for, but you need to learn from that, and over time you'll be able to get a better reputation and charge more, and within the year we'd look to be getting a break even.
In order to promote events more efficiently and to increase attendance, Freshly Squeezed needs to change the way in which they think. For example, they could use de Bono's theory of thinking hats, like using the green hat to think of more creative ways to promote themselves, or the black hat to work out which methods of promotion are realistic and will actually work. A main way to promote events more efficiently with their current lack of finance is through social media. This can consist of sites such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and LinkedIn. Freshly Squeezed currently have a Twitter and Facebook page, but they're not as active as they could be on these social media sites. Freshly Squeezed's Facebook page is quite poor, with only 106 likes. They'll post every day for a week and then go a month without posting anything. They definitely need to post more frequently to let people know what they're up to and what promotions they have. Once they get more funding, the business should think about paying to advertise Facebook adverts to put Freshly Squeezed out there and become more known. Freshly Squeezed's Twitter page is better than their Facebook page with 1,487 followers, although they tend to retweet a lot of tweets at once every 5 or so days, rather than tweeting more frequently and more spread out. Twitter users can find it annoying when pages retweet a lot of tweets onto their timeline all at once, so to gain more followers, they should retweet less and actually tweet themselves useful information and promotions. Overall, for improving their social media usage, it will in turn increase their customer base, therefore boosting attendance to their events.
A way in which Freshly Squeezed can make themselves more known can stem from improving the design of their website. Firstly, however, a key change that I think desperately needs to occur is the name of the business. Freshly Squeezed indicates to many some form of juice or drink business, not a networking events planner, and doesn't really give any indication to what the company is offering. This could initially draw people away from the company, and they may lose interest. If, however, they decide to look at the website to find out more information, then this is also an area in which it is hard to assess what the business is about. In the Our Services section, the way it is laid out is very hard to follow and confusing, and many could even miss out on the more information provided hidden further down the screen. As well as being hard to navigate, the colour schemes makes it in cases hard to read. Their website is a promotional tool as it is, however through this they do not do a lot to promote their social media usage. Rather than being at the top constantly in view, it is right down the bottom, and even then the font and colour make it difficult to find, and as Becky has said, Freshly Squeezed can increase the promotional activity through the use of improvement of social media. Lastly, Laura Thomas and Selena Polinsky call themselves an event fairy and a creative soul. This, along with the whole website, needs to become more professional in order to be taken seriously. Such changes need to be made, and an established website will pull in potential investors for finance and then prospective customers. As we're moving into a new era for the organisation, we think it will be beneficial to rebrand and create a new image, starting with the website.
Freshly Squeezed operates in large cities such as Sheffield, Liverpool and Manchester. When looking at one of Freshly Squeezed's main competitors, Iconic Events is up there. The organisation first began in 1997 and has done events for brands such as Coca-Cola, Carlins, as well as live music events supporting events where famous individuals attended such as Rihanna, Ollie Murs and Blue. They've even done dining events for 600 people in one sitting. Iconic Management operates in Sheffield and in Manchester, so this is a competitor Freshly Squeezed need to compete with. The reason that Iconic Events Management is so successful in what they do and how they manage to have big brands as clients is because they are different to standard events organisations within the existing areas. They use their initiative and do differentiation. For example, Iconic Events Management organise product and venue launches and corporate and hospitality events. Whenever they do plan events, they should ask those who attend to give them a review. Not many reviews are shown on the webpage, so potentially big brands may not consider looking at the rest of the page. Reviews matter to potential customers. They should consider going down a different route. Iconic Events Management do a number of different events and is always willing to invest in new ideas. This is something that Freshly Squeezed need to consider if their plan of sticking to social networking and promotion doesn't succeed. They could even consider taking part in fundraising events to make others more aware of what they do. In order to have more of a competitive advantage, Freshly Squeezed could consider going to business networking events or networking fairs in Sheffield, Manchester and Liverpool. These happen frequently and it's a chance for the organisation to gain contacts and improve their business.
Thanks for listening to our recommendations. We hope they're beneficial to you in the future.